country music, and boy, do we have some news today. The number one country song in America is AI generated. Let's let that sink in. Yeah. Crazy. We're not talking about plugins today. We're not doing a song surgery. We're not doing workflow. We're not doing anything. We're not doing a docu-style. This is just purely a reaction. I think we read through this article and then rant about it. Please rant with me in the comments. Let's rave about this. This is obscene. You already know where I stand on it. But before I read the article, I guess I'm going to give my thoughts on AI and music in general. Fuck it. That's my first thought. Second thought is AI. It's just insane to me that we went from AI as a potential workflow assist to AI replacing us as creatives. And we've seen it happen in the film industry. We've seen it happen with graphic design. We've seen it happen with photography. It was only a matter of time until they came for music. And I mean, Suno's been a thing for a minute. It's been around for a while, and that's clearly what I think what this song was made with. I listen to Suno demos all the time because to talk about AI as a workflow assist, I think that there is some value to something like Suno. If you are a songwriter who doesn't know how to produce, you can give Suno a voice memo or a basic recording of your guitar or piano and vocal and prompt it and tell it what you want the song to sound like. And to me, that is something slightly useful for somebody who has no production chops. I have a lot of clients that I work with who are not in town. And so the process of writing together or creating a demo together and a full production can be kind of long and a lot of back and forth. And if they can give me a demo from Suno and go, hey, dude, this is kind of what I was thinking. Actually, I can appreciate that. Sometimes when I'm producing or if someone sends me a demo or something, I'll throw that demo into Chordify, which is, I believe, an AI algorithm that essentially maps out the chords of the song. That way I don't have to write it down. Oh, this was an A, E, C sharp, B. You know what I mean? I can just... It's right there in front of me. I think that AI as a workflow assist or a productivity, as a productivity enhancer is totally valid. But we seem to have skipped straight past that into now the number one country song in America is AI generated. And that is not goated, as the kids say, and I say. Let's read it. This was published yesterday. This video is going to go up tonight, Tuesday, November 11th. And this was published yesterday at 10:24 a.m. I also did a double check. It is still the number one song on that specific chart, but let's read. According to Billboard's country digital song sales chart, the number one song in the U.S. is Walk My Walk by Breaking Rust, an artist that was created by artificial intelligence. Newsweek has contacted Breaking Rust via social media message outside of regular working hours for comment. I hope that those are down there. Why it matters. Yeah, we really need this explained. This is a new development in the music industry as it is the first time an AI-created song has reached the top of the charts. There have long been concerns about the use of generative AI in creative sectors. Discourse about this came into the fold a few years ago following protests in Hollywood from the writer and actor guilds, which took place shortly after the public release of ChatGPT, and concerns that came in tandem with the new technology and its implications. Any creative materials that have been made with the usage or assistance of AI are heavily scrutinized, rightly so, be it the debut of the so-called AI actress Tilly Norwood or internet furor over Coca-Cola using AI in their Christmas adverts. High-profile musicians, including Sir Elton John, and Dua Lipa are among those leading the charge for AI regulations, as multiple petitions have been launched to ban the usage of AI in certain areas. And rightly so. I mean, it is hard enough to make a living in music or anything creative as it is. The economy sucks. The world is stacked against you from the get-go if you were born into this time period. And to now you're competing with machines that can do what you do in seconds, not better than you, not more creatively than you, but they can still do it at a base level faster than you can. It sucks. Okay, what to know? Not much is currently known about Breaking Rust, but the artist's bio on Linktree reads, music for the fighters and the dreamers. Probably written by ChatGPT. Breaking Rust also has a profile on Instagram, which boasts over 35,000 followers. and is filled with images of a melancholy-looking man wearing a cowboy hat in various settings, including a phone booth, walking on a road, and sitting in the rain. As of publication time, Breaking Rest has more than 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify, where he is a verified artist. Speaking to Newsweek over email about the song, Jason Palinamara, an assistant professor of music technology at Indiana University, said, despite the stomp, clap, hey rhythms and acoustic-y sound, this song is heavily laden with some very techie production techniques. I listened to it. It sounds like ass. If you listen to it on monitors or you listen to it in good headphones, it's full of artifacts. It's warbly. It sounds like Suno, man. It doesn't sound good. Sometimes I wonder what people listen on their phones, so it's kind of a moot point. But I mean, I don't know, man. To say it has heavily laden with some very techie production techniques is not honest, I don't think, because the AI is making up those production. It's copying those production techniques from things that it's been trained on. It's just generating a white noise that sounds like a cymbal swoosh or a reverb throw or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's not whatever. After listening to Walk My Walk one time, it was pretty obviously the product of AI. Yes. Palamara described Breaking Rust music as an improvement over to other AI bands like the Velvet Sundown, adding, this is an advancement for agentic AI, the creation of a consistent vocal character that can be reused again and again for multiple songs. This technology has existed for a while. I know people that are in music industry that work with generative, like with people in AI to make specific artist voices. I mean, you can already go online and use them all the time. There are even, and I won't name names because I'll get canceled if anyone ever watches it, but there are prominent Nashville artists who don't want to hear a song pitched to them or a demo pitched to them unless it has their AI voice model on it. So this is something that happens behind the curtains all the time. Let's see. The audio on every track sounds really compressed and still has this weird digital shimmer, especially evident in the vocals. Once you notice it, you can't not notice it. Agreed. Pointing to how people have connected with Breaking Rust music, Palamara said, the fact that this is happening with country shows that even country music is susceptible to being faked without any sincerity. Perhaps this means a significant number of modern country fans have drifted from loving real human artists who have real stories to merely being sucked in by flashy production and vapid lyrics. Vapid. Good PSAT word. The About section for the artist is blank, and the image used for Breaking Rust's profile picture is a generic black and white image of a man wearing a cowboy hat with subtle stubble and a necktie. Multiple songs from the AI-generated artist have garnered over 1 million streams on Spotify. The song Livin' on Borrowed Time has been streamed more than 4 million times. Walk My Walk has been streamed a little over 3 million times, and Whiskey Don't Talk Back has been streamed over 1 million times. Breaking Rust began putting music on Spotify in 2025. I wonder if it's bots. What I sincerely hope is that this is bots and this is somebody in the industry who's trying to make a point. Because, I mean, we could do another video where we hop in Suno and make that song, or something similar to it, and just show you how quickly it can be done. What people are saying, Jason Palmara, an assistant professor, we know already about Jason, told Newsweek, AI bands are going to make it even harder for real human artists to break through and get a following. Well, yeah, dude, yeah. Human artist. This, just a quick pause, a little rant. Part of this is just due to the consumption medium. Part of this is due to the speed of our culture. Part of this is due to what we value and don't value in our culture. I mean, we can blame AI, and we should fight AI, but at the end of the day, this is on us, the consumers. This is on the music industry itself. This is on media. This is on our parents, our friends. You know what I mean? This is on us. Because we used to listen to a CD. We used to listen to albums, and then it went to singles, and then the whole story. Napster, iTunes. Next thing you know, here we are, man. Streaming. This is down to streaming. This is down to the fact that in order to make money now in this fucking industry, pardon my language, not really, you have a couple of choices. Be really good friends with an artist who gets lots of streams and you get a cut with them, or you produce them, or whatever it is, or you have to just crank up the volume and start shelling things out as quickly as you possibly can to keep up, to make some kind of ends meet. It all feeds into itself, man. And here we are. Human artists who are forward-looking are already investing in the one thing AI cannot yet replicate: genuine, continual, long-term connections with fans. Sure, that's important. Josh Antonuccio, Paisan, director of the School of Media Arts and Studies at Ohio University, told Newsweek, on the whole, AI-generated content is creating more noise and integrating tracks to listeners' tracks that will compete with the output of current artists in their respective lanes. The only thing that will continue to distinguish human artists is those that have remarkable music, a compelling perspective, and a story that draws fans to them. I gave him an accent because he's Italian, clearly. I'm allowed to do that because I'm Italian. It is already changing the landscape of music, and we're not going back. Look at Deezer's reports on the now 30% volume of AI-generated tracks that are being uploaded to their platform, or the AI-assisted artist Xenia Monet, who already hit the Billboard charts. The ease of this technology will only enable both musicians and fans alike to create and distribute work at a scale we have not seen before. Yeah, I mean, kind of what I just said. It's not that we can, it's that we have to. I am an independent songwriter and producer and mixer. I don't have a publishing deal. I don't work with a label. I'm not a staff producer. In order for me to keep my head above water, I have to work with multiple clients, and I don't always get to spend the amount of time on a song that I want to. We've got to fucking go. We've got to crank through it. And that is not just because of AI. That is just a product of this industry and the way that it's gone and the way that our economy is and the way that we consume media and what we value. What happens next? As the AI revolution continues to impact creative industries, it could be that more AI-generated artists continue to pop up in the charts, with pushback likely to be inevitable, as it should be. Antonuccio told Newsweek, whether it's lyrical assistance, AI-assisted ideation, or a wholesale artist and song creation, AI-generated content is going to become a much more common reality and will continue to find its way into the charts. The real question starts to become, will fans care about how it's made? Clearly not. Clearly not. And it's hilarious to me that it was country first. Absolutely hilarious. I've kind of said all I have to say about it. It's disgusting. It's worrying. It's troubling. And, you know, no one's safe. No one's safe. The good news is that, you know, there's also plenty of financial data out there showing that essentially AI, the entire valuation of companies like OpenAI and NVIDIA, is essentially based on inflated claims from those companies passing money to and from each other about how great AI is going to be. Anybody who uses generative AI or ChatGPT in their day-to-day workflow knows that it makes mistakes. It gets things wrong. It sucks. So hopefully, the bubble will burst. I don't know where Suno sits in the mix of all that. I know there's a couple of other companies that do this too, the AI-generated music, but I'm hoping that it blows back on them. I think that it's a cultural nightmare. I think it's just so disappointing, man. There's really not much to say about it other than that. But let me know what you think below. Hit me with the likes, hit me with the comments, hit me with the subscribes. Man, love yourself, love your friends. Keep making music, but not with fucking AI. I'll see you later.